Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. If you was in Daddy's house, I don't know if you was in the A room, the B room.
I was in the big room, whichever one that
you was
is.
in the big, yeah. So, Puff ain't just letting y'all do your. I know Puff, whether you was on the label, whether you was on Bad Boy or not, he was up in there A&R and that, like, yo, bring that back, Playboy. Like, do that part again. Was he sitting there?
Only time he A&R was me and Nelly was arguing. We weren't arguing, but we was going back and forth on. I wasn't confident about my verse. I knew I wanted some more in here and certain things in there. And Nelly was like, man, it's cool like this. He was like, well, add this. We just going. And the way we was talking to each other, we brothers. So he ain't talking to me in no certain way. And I ain't talking to him in a certain way. Everything I'm saying, he get, and I get what he talking about. But he in the back, Diddy in the back thinking Nelly is almost punking me into these lines like, no, keep it. Like, to where when I walked out the studio, and I got a still face. I don't know if people know, like, my pictures, everything. It's almost a poker face for real. If I ain't smiling, you don't know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I just walked to the back of the room, sat down, me and Cardi Ann or somebody. Cardi was back there with me. And Diddy walked back there. Hey, Playboy. If you ain't cool with that, if you ain't cool with that verse, man, you can do it over, man. You can do what you want. He thought I got punked into my 16 or so. I was like, nah, I'm good. I ain't even tripping off none of that. I promise you. I just want to do better. Like I'm a do better type of guy. So I knew once I got home to listen to it, if I wanted to change something, I was gonna change it. It ain't that hard. It's studio. But it was too funny. He was trying to stick up for me. That's my cat. Shout out to Diddy, man. He tried to stick up for me behind Nelly back. Hey man, if you want to, if you don't like that, man, you can do it. Oh my God! Now it just made me think about all the impressions of people outside of our clique, what they could possibly be thinking when we be talking to each other. They can't hear us because, like I said, we country grammar. We heard our, we like, you don't know what we saying. It's too funny. He thought it got tense in there. That was hilarious.
Oh, man. Okay. Yo, that's a funny story, kid.
Man, too funny. That was the first time I was saying that shit, too.
But truth be told, this turned out to be, this is like your biggest song. Went number one on Billboard. That song, it killed for you.
Huge. Shout out to soundtracks. A lot of people would be like, yo, why you, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't promote it on my own album for like 6 months. No, 3 months, something like that.
Yeah, because for anybody who don't know, this came out on the Bad Boys 2, the Will Smith, Martin Lawrence movie soundtrack.
Exactly. It was for my album though. We was using it for the Bad Boys soundtrack.
But was you pissed? Was you pissed when they had you use it for the Bad? Because it was actually promoted for the Bad Boys soundtrack, like as opposed to the Murphy's Law album.
I got Country Grammar Boy. And what was the first album I loved? Biggie. I got P Diddy, second verse. It's nowhere to be pissed. It's nowhere to be like any complaints of anything. That's my, yo, put it on there. Cause by 03, I learned what soundtracks do. I learned the free promo that the label ain't gonna give you.
There you
feel
go.
what I'm saying? And then I learned that if Diddy behind it, he's stealing some money from somewhere to make this mug crazy. He ain't even finna be a part of nothing that's, you know what I'm saying? That was his first, actually it might have been his first soundtrack. They gave him the whole soundtrack to do.
They gave him the whole soundtrack.
Yeah, the whole junk. And he literally went in. He went in with it too. I like that album. There's a few things on that thing. And he said we gonna be first? What? We shooting a video for it? Then you ain't gotta tell me nothing. Like it was no, like, and like I said, I was young, so it definitely wasn't no disregard, nah, man, we should do it this way or that way. Nope. Only thing I was mad about that I couldn't promote my album. So it made me have to push my album back. Universal made me push my album back and start with another single. So they let that die down a little bit. And they shouldn't have. We should have came out while that was hot. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, we going back into my grown folk thinking now, but it happened how it was supposed to happen, however it happened, you know what I mean? But I definitely didn't come out to September. And that came out in what, June?
Yeah, it came out top of the summer.
Yeah, top of the summer, because with the movie. And I should have literally went in with that, because everything was hot then. Like, Chingy dropped that summer too. We both would have been able to go and roll with each other. All that stuff would have happened. Correct. You know what I'm saying? But they waited, and I ended up doing another single too with it. But yeah, it was the biggest song of all time, the biggest song of my career, Grammy, the whole nine. And I'm so happy to be a part of that record right there. To this day, when we go out there just to hear the crowd after the song go off, they still be saying, "Low, slow." I'm talking about it's a stadium. It keeps me in these festivals, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I love about it. It's one of my stadium songs. And, you know, it was my #1 record. I got that on my belt.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned your Grammy. Did you go to the ceremony?
Yeah, we went. We got it. We didn't walk. That wasn't the stage one.
No,
it was on the side.
Behind the scenes.
But we got it before we went in. They brought it to us, y'all won that best song, best riding record, whatever it was. And it was just dope to be a part. You know, the year before, I think we had banned the Grammys or something. Like, we weren't even supposed to be there.
Just out of curiosity, where do you keep your Grammy?
It's on top of my refrigerator or something right now. I'm not big on that shit. I ain't accolades. I ain't with it. It's somewhere in the crib.
Hold on, maybe I didn't catch that correct.
That shit over there it's with the cereal.
You just said your Grammy,
it's
your
in the
gold
statue. I don't mean to
statue.
sound like a butthole or asshole, like I just don't care about life and nothing, but like we put it up. I know it. I think when I first moved to Atlanta, moved my family, went down to Atlanta, I put it up because people was coming in the house fixing things and things of that nature. I don't think I ever took it back out. But it was like in the pantry, top of the pantry, kind of hidden a little bit. It's not just out on the mantle glowing or nothing like that.
Yo, Murph, you a wild boy. Oh my God.
Hey,
artists spend 30, 40 years in their career and never get a Grammy. You got one of this somewhere in the pantry next to the cereal.
You don't need it. No, they spend 30, 40 years chasing something that they don't need. That's recognition from somebody who probably don't even give a fuck about you. You okay.
There you go.
You all right?
There you go.
Yeah, you good. I like my BET award more. I like my award that I got from 8th grade. Good attendance and shit before that. You know what I'm saying? Like to this day, like that part don't move. It is in my accolades, you know what I'm saying? When they introduce me, I'm a Grammy Award winning artist. I love that part. I'm cool with that. If that's what makes y'all boat float, I'm good with it. But that didn't make us. I'm more on the BET Award, more on a Soul Train Award before I am a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? The Grammy is definitely users a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When we came out, I realized how much they was sitting us in places saying you got 8 awards coming and you win none. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, you just set us in the front, made us all part of the media, did all that, made hip hop so big in the commercial, and nobody from hip hop won but Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Or nobody won but this person. Like, come on, bro. Like, what we here for? We just did 90 categories. One of them was hip hop. This is some bull. So we banned the Grammys. And we just so happened we were so hot and Diddy wanted us to go to that next because he probably knew that we was going to win. So we ended up there. Other than that, we probably banned it again that year.